It is a great interest now for the Torah codes, the Bible codes, and very interesting introduction to a new book which is going to come. You can see here, approximately 50 years ago, the word was introduced to a fascinating phenomenon, one that had been mentioned in ancient texts, but had remained largely obscure due to the lack of technological means to explore it further. With the advent of computers and advanced softwares, this phenomenon gained global attention and widespread investigation. It was brought to light by Professor Eliyahu Reeves and Doron Bitzung, who had heard about this mysterious occurrence, and through the use of scientific computing tools, managed to develop it into a credible field of research and share it with the world. The phenomenon, commonly known as Torah codes, refers to the appearance of meaningful words and phrases in the Torah at equivalent letter sequence ELS, that is, letter space at equal intervals. According to Jewish tradition, the Torah is the blueprint by which the world was created. Through this method, researchers uncovered and coded tables in the Torah that appeared to predict major events such as the Oslo Accords, the Gaza disengagement, and the 9/11 Twin Towers attack. In the code tables related to Oslo and to disengagement, the outcome for Israel was clearly spelled out disaster. Sadly, despite the scientific and Torah-based validation of these codes, they were largely ignored, resulting in tragic consequences and the loss of many innocent Jewish lives. So this was a living introduction to this book, and we'll give you really the beginning, only 2 pages, but definitely it will contain many, many tables, mainly explained by Professor Haralik. So let us see here a table, first page really, which tells us the following. In 1976, Rabbi Shmuel Yaniv began working on Torah codes, specifically with respect to the religious themes. Next table, we ask a question: when did Rabbi Yaniv begin Torah codes? In Hebrew, this question is Matai Yaniv code Torah. The question is answered in the table with a sentence: Yaniv Yachel code Torah Shnat Eitzav Yaniv will begin the course in the year 5736, with 1976. Indeed, that is when Rabbi Shmuel Yaniv began studying Torah codes. His first book, Codes in the Torah, Tzunot Torah, was published 12 years later in 5748, 1998. Since then, he has published 4 additional volumes of Tzunot Torah, Secrets of the Torah. The table produced by the search has cylinder size of 632, meaning lines. You have this number of letters. It is interesting that the number 632 is a gematria, numerical value of Tzunot, of the word codes. The plural of the word Sofen, meaning codes. So this is what you can see it clearly. When will begin code Torah, Yaniv will begin code Torah, and then comes the year 5736. All this in the table, as you see here, yeah. Yachel code Torah here, Yachel code Torah will start on the year A 57,476. Yeah, A is 5, Tafshin is 700, and 3, Lamedvav is 36. So this is exactly the time that the Yachel Kotorah started. When? By Yaniv. Amazing, right? Very early statistics, and this you will see later on. So this is, as I said, we have really few sample of this very, very interesting book. This is really pages which he had in the YouTube, but we are going to arrange it nicely and to put many, many more tables, significant one with explanation about them and exactly analyzing every table. So, as I said, very, very important. It's an introduction that's really clearly telling us about the importance, the greatness of this phenomenon. In fact, we'll bring the books, definitely scientists who relate to it, and rabbis also, as it is really amazing phenomenon, which unfortunately, okay, maybe it's a Satan, I have to explain it, don't want people to really accept the Torah, or it's difficult for them, so they ignore it somehow. So we are going to show you really very significant table, like this one is 1 to somebody, 1 to millions. You have to such few words, and all of them related, Yachel Kotorah, and exactly the year, parallel. Yeah, this is exactly, and this year, by the way, on top Shnat, the year. Yeah, so very, very interesting, very, very significant. And as Professor Aralik, really from Grandeur Center University in New York, explains every table properly. So we'll have a lot of tables in this way, which really hoping that the relation to the Torah code, to the Bible code will be more serious, as Rabbi said and scientists said.